So then I have just come off a live stream going through the 2025 World Darts Championship draw live stream, and obviously finding out who everyone will play in the World Darts Championship. And this video is, of course, me reacting to the full draw. I did that on my live stream, so big up to everyone that tuned in from there. I did react to the draw live as it happened, but now I'm going to, in this video, actually sit down and analyse the draw and give my thoughts on it. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to do it section by section. Let's get into it. So then, the world number 1 and defending world champion, Luke Humphries, will take on either Thibaut Tricol or Joe Comito in the next round. Raymond van Barneveld will take on either Nick Kenny or Stowe Bunce. Jermaine Wattimena or Belmont will play James Wade. Wesley Placier or Asamoto will take on Peter Wright. Stephen Bunting will take on the winner of Alan Suter or Kai Gotthard. Dirk van Duijvenbode will take on the winner of Madas Razma or Christian Kist. Damon Heta will take Connor Scott or Ben Robb. Luke Woodhouse or Lawrence Ilagan will take on Mike De Decker. Very interesting games there. Nick Kenny or Stowe Bunce play Barneveld. I think that will be a decent game. I think if Wattimena comes through that game against James Wade, I think that will be a really good one. Wesley Placier will fancy his chances against Asamoto and Peter Wright in that sort of mini section. Alan Suter, again, who's had a really good year, will play Kai Gotthard, wins that, and he's got Stephen Bunting. Madas Razma against Christian Kist, you know, both of them will be looking at an opportunity to get into the second round, and their reward will be Dirk van Duijvenbode. Connor Scott, who played very well at the Players' Championship Finals, if he beats Ben Robb, but Ben Robb will want to take on Damon Heta. Obviously, that will be New Zealand versus Australia in round 2. And then the last game of that section is Luke Woodhouse against Lawrence Ilagan, taking on Mike De Decker. Again, some really good ties. De Decker taking on Woodhouse will be a really good game. Both players have a very high ceiling. And then you look at the international qualifiers, you know, Stowe Bunce, you know, we saw him very good at the Grand Slam last year. You know, Wesley Placier has been incredible. Stefan Belmont, Thibaut Tricol, we know what he can do. If he beats Joe Comito, he will surely give Luke Humphries a game in that first night. Let's have a look at the section 2. So, Luke Littler will play Ryan Meikle or Fallon Sherrock. Richie Edhouse will play Ian White or Eric Sandro Sosing. Danny Noppert will play Ryan Joyce or Darius Labanauskas. Ryan Searle will play the winner of Mensur Suljovic, Matt Campbell. Scott Williams or Nico Springer will take on Rob Cross. Ricardo Pietrezco or Zong will take on Jan van Veen. Nathan Aspinall will take on the winner of Cameron Menzies, Leonard Gates. And Martin Lukman or Nitin Kumar will take on Andrew Gilding. Where do we start? Luke Littler. If Ryan Meikle loses to Fallon Sherrock, it will be Sherrock versus Littler in round 2. You know that will just get everyone off their seat. You know, the best player in the world right now, 17 years of age, takes on the first player to win at the Alexandra Palace in Fallon Sherrock. Ian White have a bit of a resurgence, beating Michael van Gerwen. If he beats Sandro X Sosing, sets up a good tie against Richie Edhouse. Ryan Joyce versus Labanauskas to play Danny Noppert is a very intriguing one. Ryan Searle, whoever he plays in round 2, whether that'll be Suljovic or Campbell, will be a very tough game. Campbell coming through the qualifier earlier on today. Scott Williams, again, we know what he can do on the world stage. Got to the semi-finals of this last year. If he beats Nico Springer, who is not a easy opponent, I should say, will take on Rob Cross. Jan van Veen, if Ricardo Pietrezco beats Zong, what a game that'll be. Ricardo Pietrezco against Jan van Veen. And then this one, Cameron Menzies or Leonard Gates will play Nathan Aspinall. Now, that is not a given for Nathan Aspinall. We've seen him poorly at the last few events and stuff like that. That's a tough game. And then Martin Lukman, World Grand Slam runner-up. If he beats Nitin Kumar, he'll take on Andrew Gilding. Let's have a look at section 3. So, Kevin Doherty or Noah Lynn van Leuven will take on Michael Smith. Richard Veenstra against Toilo will play Ratajski. Burton or Alexander Merckx will take on Doby. Sedlacek or Reese Griffin will take on Josh Rock. Johnny Clayton will play the winner of Mickey Mansell, Tomoyo Gota. Daryl Gurney will play either Florian Hempel or Jeffrey Desvan. Gerwin Price will play either Kim Huybrechts or Keane Barry. Joe Cullen will take on either Vessel Nyman or Cameron Carolison. What a section of the draw. Let's just break this down, because this is a ridiculous section of the draw. Michael Smith play either Kevin Doherty, who he beat last year in round 2, or Noah Lynn van Leuven, who obviously qualified for the Grand Slam of darts. That is an all-Dutch affair in round 1. Richard Veenstra, very good player, will play Toilo, to play Christoph Ratajski. Dobie will play either Burton or Alexander Merckx. Obviously, Burton knocked James Wade out of the Players' Championship finals at the weekend. Josh Rock will play either Karel Sedlacek or Rhys Griffin. Again, that is not a given. That's a tough game. Mickey Mansell, semi-finalist at the World Grand Slam. If he beats Gota, will play Johnny Clayton in round 2. Daryl Gurney will play either Florian Hempel or Des Van. We know both of these have had very good runs at the World Championships. Gerwyn Price, not in form whatsoever. Gerwyn Price will play either Kim Huybrechts, a repeat of that World Championship game, or Keane Barry. And then Joe Cullen, another seed who really is struggling at the moment for form, will play either Cameron Carolison of South Africa or probably the most brightest young spark that hasn't really made it yet in Wessel Nijman. I mean, Cullen could be in danger of getting knocked out. So could, potentially Michael Smith if Kevin Doets or Noah Lynn van Leuven can, increase their game. Let's have a look at the final section of the draw. So then, Michael van Gerwen will play either James Hurrell or Jim Long. Brendan Dolan will take on Landman or Lock-in Lee. Gary Anderson takes on either Jeffrey de Graaf or Rashad Sweetin. Ross Smith takes on either Jim Williams or Paulo Nebreda. Ricky Evans or Gordon Mathers will take on Dave Chisnell. Neil Zonneveld or Rob Owen takes on Gabriel Clemens. William O'Connor or Dylan Slevin will take on Dimitri Van den Berg. And Callan Rids or Romeo Gravarach will take on Martin Schindler. What a section again. I mean, all of these sections of this draw is just mental stories flying everywhere. James Hurrell or Jim Long takes on the three-time world champion Michael van Gerwen. I think he probably has the easiest game out of all the seeds, if I'm brutally honest. Brendan Dolan takes on either Landman or Lee. Again, Brendan Dolan not really been in form. Chris Landman or Lock-in Lee would fancy themselves in that one. Jeffrey de Graaf or Rashad Sweetin for a chance to play the back-to-back world champion previously, Gary Anderson, probably the most informed player in the world right now. That'll be a big, big moment for one of them to be on that stage against Gary Anderson. Ross Smith, who reached the semi-finals of the Players' Championship finals, losing to Luke Littler, takes on either Jim Williams, who's a very good operator, or Paulo Nebreda. Dave Chisnell potentially takes on Ricky Evans in what would be an insane game. Dave Chisnell not in form. We know Ricky Evans loves the World Championships. He's got to get past Gordon Mathers first. Neil Zonneveld or Rob Owen takes on Gabriel Clemens. We know Clemens loves this stage, got to the semi-finals not so long ago. He needs to take on either Zonneveld or Robert Owen. An all-Irish clash between William O'Connor or Dylan Slevin will set up a game against Dimitri Van den Berg. And then the final game, Callan Rids, what a player, takes on Romeo Gavarach to take on Martin Schindler. What a draw. We've got Littler potentially against Scherer. We've got potentially Watamina against Wade, which is a really good game. Huybrechts versus Gerwyn Price. Cameron Menzies potentially against Nathan Aspinall. Ricky Evans against Dave Chisnell. Some very, very good games. What a draw for the World Championships. I always say every year this World Championship draw gets tighter and there's more shocks potentially, more seeds drop in. Let me know your thoughts on the 2025 World Darts Championship draw. Let me know who you think has got a tough draw for a seed. Let me know your dark horse, potentially early favourite or early winner of the World Darts Championship. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you're watching on TikTok, hit that follow and like button as always. And I'm looking forward to the World Championship starting on the 15th of December. Big up to everyone for joining on the live stream earlier, and make sure you're smashing a like, subscribing, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in another video shortly. Thanks for watching.